It's Jim Ross from Excel Self-Storage Auctions. In this video, I just want to talk about, this is more for the self-storage facility that is not hiring an auctioneer. They do it themselves. And this is going more about when we do the cut locks to process for auction. So again, this is the majority of sites. They don't want to have the auctioneer. They don't see the value in that. They just want to do it themselves, which is totally fine. But do it right. That's my main thing. I don't care if you're doing it yourself, but I just see it way too often that they're just not doing it right. And the first step in doing it right is, maybe not having the auction at all for that unit. Maybe hold off a little bit. You still do the cut locks, okay? And what I'm talking about here is we have a form for our cut lock form. That's not just name, a unit number, date, cut lock off, here's the inventory. A little bit more than that. We have a little bit of history on that unit. So when you're out there cutting locks on that unit that's late, you have a little bit of history in front of you, okay? And so we make sure we put on there, of course, paid through date, making sure you're meeting those timelines. If it's at least 30 days late, depends on your state statute, but that's usually the norm of 30 days late, no payments in that time period. Then we cut the lock off. Make sure it's not vacant, but there's inventory. And we start inventorying it and work on the process there. But again, we have paid through date. Okay, we have how big the unit is, of course, the size, how long they've been a tenant as well. We take that in consideration. Look at their history. You get some of these facilities, and you get the owners that they're kind of softies that way, and oh, Bob, he's good for it. Every 4 months he pays. He gets 4 months behind, and then he makes a payment, and he gets 4 months behind, he makes a payment. I see sites that they sell off. They have new owners come in, and they have a way of doing things that, they follow the laws and they run a little bit tighter ship. That they kind of, not necessarily get themselves in trouble, but they kind of piss some customers off because they actually, they expect their customers to pay on time. Versus the prior owner was like, nah, he's good. I'm Bob. I'll see him at church on Sunday. I'll talk to him about him. He owes me money. You breed bad habits that way, okay? And I'm speaking from personal history here. So again, those people that wait 3 or 4 months and they're used to that, then making good, we make note of that on the lock cut sheet. So maybe you give them 1 chance, 2 chances, depending on what you want to do. There's kind of new sheriff in town, new management, and this is the way we're going to do things. Pay on this unit, but from now on, you got to pay every single month on time. But we keep it on the inventory sheet because, again, you kind of keep that in mind because you don't want to go through the auction process, sell that unit, and then that person comes back a week later like, oh, I'm here to pay on my unit. No, I know I'm a few months behind, but it's the way it's always been. And you're thinking, well, you sold your unit. Now, you probably did everything right, and you're covered. However, that just sucks for that person. They really didn't do anything wrong. They were used to that, the way they paid all their history of that facility. So we take that in consideration. One time, as far as prior history, we have a little check mark there. Will this unit go into the upcoming auction schedule? Yes or no? If it's yes, good, great, cool. Let's go to the next auction. But if not, looking at their history, we'll hit no. That just means we'll hold off on putting that unit in an auction for probably a month or two. Go on into the next scheduled auction. That gives them a little bit more time to come in, make their payment, and then from there you can lay the ground rules down. Like, okay, this is what happened. We cut your lock off. Next time we're gonna sell you. You need to start paying on time, and you can of course push auto pay at that time. And I'll make a video about that later on as far as that's more of a management angle, but pushing for auto pay at that time. So again, I'm just looking at history and how that sometimes conveys on if you want to move forward with that auction. And that being said, day of the auction, again, it's our right. We can cancel that sale if you trust your gut. If something just doesn't feel right on that unit, maybe you've had some phone calls from the customer saying that they're coming in, and you believe them. Maybe they've done this to you before in the past. Again, history, that kind of thing. You're working something off with them. I love my auction buyers to death, but don't let them pressure you. Say it's the day of the auction. You get a whole room full of people. Hopefully not in one room. It's all outside because you got tons of auction attendees. But again, they're all sitting there. They're waiting to bid on a unit, and they've seen the ad in the paper or whatever, and they're looking at that one unit. That's gonna be the one that's gonna make them some money. They're really excited about it, and they're pressuring you. Come on, let's get to that unit. Let's go. And something just doesn't feel right. You don't even know what it is. Hell, you just have a gut feeling. Pull it. Listen to your gut. Cancel that auction or cancel that particular unit. What need be, and we totally have that right as their operator of the auction. Cancel it. Tell them we're moving on. Yeah, you might piss off your auction attendees. They'll get over it. There'll be another auction tomorrow at another facility. But listen to your gut. If something just does not feel right, cancel that unit. Yeah, you're going to have rent accrued maybe for another month or two, or maybe, hell, you might end up paying. Great. But you'll be able to sleep better at night just knowing that something wasn't right. You want to cancel it, move on to the next, schedule for the next auction, just to make sure everything is done correctly. Alright, so again, don't feel pressured. You can cancel it if you need to. Alright, thanks.